Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Hilda DC. This is a creator who came into the Tuber Chat community just blazing with positivity a short time ago. It feels like about a month or so. And always is spreading positivity through our chat, which of course anybody would love to see. We all need some positivity and motivation here and there, not to mention generosity. And so for that reason this channel is featured. I feature a different channel on Tuber Chat every single day so that you have an opportunity to meet over 100 generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. So thank you so much everybody for coming in early. Jack Dawson is already coming in blazing today with generosity, as we see from them over and over again. For that reason, we'll put your channel up first before we start spinning the wheel. But thank you very much, Jack Dawson, for your generous super chat. That makes you our stream boss, as a matter of fact, which is interesting. So again, thank you everybody for coming in. Hopefully you'll meet lots of new friends and family members here. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. We stream 4 times a week, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Ali Fat Cat, it's good to have you back in the house for the second time. Artfully Blind with Diana was our featured channel from this past Saturday, as a matter of fact, and happens to be a gold member, so they're already on our wheel for today, and their link will be dropped by Nightbot approximately every 30 minutes or so, as we'll see in a while. Bose Pixel, it's great to have you back in the house. Cooking with Miss Brown, it's good to have you here. House of X Entertainment Inc., which is a joint business venture between Yo, It's Your Boy Leo, and It's Me Wanston Yes Honey, who have been with Tuber Chat since the beginning, are here with us as members in the chat. And Jaden the Guy is back with us. That's our friend Jaden Saw, who's been here for a long time. Johnny Bites, it's great to have you back. And Khalid Delicious Food, it's good to have you here. I know it's not always easy for you to catch our live stream, so I appreciate you coming in. Life with Adrienne XO is another extremely generous creator, as is Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters. They're both here in the chat with us again. Norfolk Dashcam is here. It's good to have you back as well. Sergeant Life, it's always a pleasure having you in the chat. Sayoban Collins is back again. This is Latanya Vet, and thank you for coming back in. Thrill Seeks and Unmasked Lifestyle are both silver members, so they're on our wheel already. Our wonderful and dedicated and loyal moderators are with us, and thank you so much. Michael's Adventures and Scratch and Pete PA are 2 of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. They're in the chat with us as always. Thanks for coming in. Corinne's Life, another generous creator who's in the chat as a member and a moderator, is here. We've got her second channel, The Fishing Hole, already on the wheel, ready to go. And I will be adding names to the wheel very soon. Bugsy Cruiser's already there. Thank you for coming in. Janetti's Corner, it's good to see you. And EC Family, I'm glad to have you back in the chat again, especially so often again lately. That's a creator who was with us once before and has recently started coming back into the Tuber Chat live streams. I see we've got a little bit more action in the chat, so let me see what's happening here. Takes me a second to catch up. I fall behind, so just please be patient with me if you've mentioned anything specifically that you wanted me to see, whether it's a question or a comment, and hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. Bugsy Cruiser, thank you for another generous super chat. I appreciate that. For that reason, we'll get to your channel right after Jack Dawson. And I'll start spinning the wheel as soon as we get through our first few channels. If you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that, of course. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that. It really does help the stream. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And then as well, if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but it only takes a second and you don't lose your place, and it really does help, like I said, so I'll appreciate it greatly. The Red Devil's back in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And yeah, maybe Jesse Miller unboxings and more will show up, hopefully. we'll see. I appreciate every moment that everybody spends. As we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend here. Thrilla T, good to see you in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. And I think we're doing okay. Everybody's meeting new friends and family members already. It's great to see some familiar faces in the house. Northern Mustangs, thank you for the thumbs up on the way in. Classy Cookery, it's always good to have you here. Mimi's Food TV, I'm glad to have you in the chat as well. So thank you for coming back in. And hopefully everybody's doing okay. So we're going to look at Jack Dawson. First of all, thank you again for your generous super chats, as I see already for today. I find it easiest to find this channel when I search Jack Dawson MLB The Show. When you find a channel with such a popular name like this, Jack Dawson is of course the character's name from the lead in the Titanic movie, which is unbelievably popular. So lots of channels named Jack Dawson, lots of similar named channels. When you search, find, and click on a channel like this, you're doing them a great favor with the search results so that they can get moving up and up and up. Jack Dawson's very active, so I expect them to climb to the top of those search results without too much trouble. But I find it easiest to find them by typing in their name and one of the video games that you often see them playing. I've caught them many times playing MLB The Show, which happens to be a baseball video game, and they do a great job of keeping up with the chat and commentating and playing all at the same time. So I think you'll be entertained if you get over there. And then hopefully everybody is doing okay. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Of course, I don't mean to. And as long as you're still active, I'll get around to everybody. Life with Rose and Ann, thank you for coming in. And one more time, Jack Dawson, thank you so much, especially for your generous super chats. That made you our stream boss for today. So it'll be fun to have you there with that for some period of time. Bugsy Cruiser, thank you also for a super chat as well. We're going to look at your channel next, and then I will get into spinning the wheel. Something must be up with our stream boss situation here. I'm going to try to take it off and put it back on for a second and see if anything happens there. There we go. Okay, yes. Because Bugsy Cruiser took a little bit of life off the stream boss. That's what happens. And Jack Dawson, yes, as a matter of fact, happens to say their content is great, but it is, as a matter of fact. And X marks the spot. Love you, Kevin. Thank you so much. House of X Entertainment Inc. Like I said, these are a couple of creators. It's me, Wonston, Yes Honey, and Yo, it's your boy Leo, in a joint business venture. They have been with Tuber Chat since before the beginning, and I know I tell the story all the time, but It's Me, Wonston, Yes Honey was the first creator to ever come into our first live stream. So that tells you the story about how long they've been there. And then thank you so much, the Red Devil, for the share. I really do appreciate that. That Blue Moon, it's always great to have you in the chat. They always spread positivity everywhere they go, so it's wonderful to have you here. Bugsy Cruiser, thank you one more time for your super chat. With 56 subscribers, we know that channels under 100 seem to be getting hit the hardest when it comes to the purging and glitching. So I hope everybody will rally around this channel and push to get them a little bit farther. We got to do everything we can to support each other these days to slow down that purging from the algorithm. We're going to move on to House of X Entertainment Inc. And Bugsy Cruiser, by the way, happens to be somebody who came to us from Periscope and Twitter, member of our Twitter list, of course, and somebody who you can catch over there. If you happen to be active on Twitter, you can get some more action on your videos by finding generous creators on our Twitter page, where we have our Twitter list, and there are well over 40 members now that share for others. Jewel in the Kitchen, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And behind the scenes, Carolinas, it's great to have you back as well. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. Lava Bubble Land, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Protech Sports, yes, our featured creator actually just over the last month had both channels featured, because they always come in not only to the Tuber Chat community with generosity, but they have a loyal and dedicated following on both of their channels, and I've been fortunate to hang out with them a few times on live streams, and they are a dynamic creator as well, who does a great job of hosting when they do their live streams. Let me see what else we got going on in the chat here. It's almost time to start spinning the wheel, and as I work down some names, I will get those happening as well. Declan Fans 2020, thank you for coming in. Norfolk Dashcam is talking about swapping playlists. So, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, then please reach out to them. Don't be shy. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. I absolutely recommend it because it's the one legitimate thing we can do to pump our hours up, but it's a great way to trade favors with another creator and get a friendship started. I know Jack Dawson will be willing to do that as well. Many creators in the house are willing to swap playlists, so please, by all means, everybody grab anybody that you haven't already got. And hello to you too, Janetti's Corner. It's good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and of course, welcoming everybody. Life with Adrienne XO is always willing to swap playlists as well, and Protect Sports is reaching out. Relax and Unwind is in the house. It's great to have you back. Thank you for coming in. I hope I welcome Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I hope that I did. We've got you on the wheel now. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And thank you one more time, House of X Entertainment Inc., for your super chat. I think we're just about good to go. So let's spin and see who's going to be our first channel coming up from the wheel today. I'll talk about something else we're going to do with the wheel that's fun next week. But first, we're going to pull up Thrill Seeks and have a look at that channel in a moment. This is Thrill Seeks here, a silver member, so they were already on the wheel as we started. A dynamic creator who has some really entertaining footage here for those of you who enjoy theme parks, which is, I think, almost everybody, and particularly roller coasters. We were talking earlier, we have Canada's largest theme park may open in a few months, and when that happens, I'm going to try to get out there as well and see if I can get a little bit of footage. But in the meantime, Thrill Seeks has lots of different footage that's very summary on top of everything else. If you happen to like that kind of content, you'll find lots of entertaining footage there. It reminds me of summer, so I'm happy to have that channel in our community. Hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Eve Belize is in the house. Thank you for coming in. And we will get to our list and adding names after a little while when I get worked down a few names and need a few more. Artfully Blind with Diana again was our featured channel from Saturday. Hopefully everybody has connected with them or will be shortly. They're a dynamic creator as well. Kristen Marie's Life, good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And look at that, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, because I forgot to put them on the wheel from the beginning of the live stream yesterday when they were here. And they had to wait a little bit extra time. So look at that. You're right at the beginning today. So here's Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. This is a creator that came to us actually through Corinne's Life, who now has a second channel where people are able to connect the same way that we do here on Tuber Chat. It's called The Fishing Hole, and we'll be looking at that channel later. The Red Devil, it's a pleasure to having you here, so thank you for the kind words. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More has snow in the area. We've had snow for about a week in southern Ontario, but it's been so cold that it doesn't seem to want to melt either. Oh, very cool. Declan Fans 2020 says that they will have monetization going on their channel soon. Very, very cool. Dimitri Jones, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let me just organize myself here the smallest bit. Make sure our computer is going to be up to snuff for today's live stream. And I will spin and we'll get another channel. Can you remember the original goal you wanted to hit on your channel when you first came to the stream? Just 6 away now. So I'm going to guess at 500, but forgive me if I'm wrong about that, because I feel like we might have talked about that. We're going to see when we get your channel up here again. And I hope that I've got that somewhat right for you. And just please forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't want to use excuses, but you know that I go through a lot of different channels every day while we're here. Herbex Paranormal and More has 881 subscribers right now. Maybe we can push them a little bit farther, even to 890 or so, get them closer to the 900. That will have them right around the corner and officially on the road to 1K. And then, yeah, thank you for the positivity, the Red Devil. And forgive me if I miss anything in the chat. I tend to fall behind. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you specifically wanted me to see, just please be patient with me. Mention it again and I'll try to catch it the next time around. Kristen Marie's Life, thank you for asking. I'm always good, especially when we're here doing tuber chat, so hopefully you're doing well also. And, yeah, it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. For the love of Lily, it's good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Red Devil says, first dream was to make it to 1K, hoping to make it to 100K. And you absolutely can. You know, I think the truth is, and I say this all the time, I think that every channel can hit 10,000 subscribers if they want to. Absolutely. 100 is a little bit of a different story, only because it can take years. And we don't know what the world will look like 2, 3, or 5 years from now, right? But if you think you can, then I absolutely think that you can, of course. Part of it is having it in your mind and being able to see that for yourself in the future. If you can visualize, I know what I'm saying is a bit of a stretch, but if you can visualize and see yourself with a play button, you know, mounted on your wall or sat on a shelf or something like that, I think absolutely then you can have it then, right? The idea is just simply to have it in your mind and keep that as a thought daily for yourself. Having with your home page, your featured video hasn't saved. That can be a quirky thing, actually, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. On Tuber Chat's channel, we have a trailer, which is a simple thing. You've all seen it. But we also have a featured video that you can put for anybody who's already subscribed to your channel, so that when they go to your front page, they don't see the trailer, they see your featured video. We have our episode number 100 there, because that's a different kind of live stream that we did, so that you can have 2 hours of me and Vern's Junk Closet, a dear, dear, dear friend of all of ours, talking about tips, tricks, and technical details that can help your channel and your videos. So I keep that as a featured video, but it doesn't always seem to show up, depending on all the different accounts I log into and this and that. It seems that the trailer is always there. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. As long as you know you're doing what you're doing properly, then it should be okay. Ghostly Winds is in the house. Thank you for coming in. That channel will be featured. It's actually long overdue. They've been with Tuber Chat for many, 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 many months. We will have that channel featured next Monday. Hopefully everybody will connect with them in the meantime. And I did see Lava Bubble Land was spreading out a lot of cookies for everybody, so that's cool. I think we're going to get to spinning. This is the Adventures of Andrew and Ree. They have 2,100 subscribers, but I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther so that they keep that nice and locked in. They are officially on the road to 2,200, and we just want to get them a little bit closer. This Is Our Life is coming up as well. This is another creator that I know is willing to swap playlists. I'm actually running a playlist for them right now. Paper Chased Me Beats. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. John H. Shelton is in the house, and that is a channel that is going to be featured next weekend as well. As a matter of fact, I usually get our live streams scheduled a few days in advance so that you can plan if you need to, but hopefully everybody's got the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team, good to see you here. And I'm just refreshing some pages in the background here. As you can imagine, I've got a handful of different windows open. This Is Our Life has 1,170 or so, so they are on that road to 1,200. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer today. Jack Dawson is our stream boss right now, which is very, very cool. That's a dynamic and generous creator who's been with Tuber Chat for a long time. My pleasure, John H. Shelton. This is somebody who has shown generosity in many different ways. So this is a creator that only found Tuber Chat over the last several weeks. However, has already done a lot of sharing. Talks to me offline, talking about sharing information, always is wishing well of everybody and stuff like that. And I just love positivity, optimism, motivation, and stuff like that. We all need it at times. And so I think it's a great addition to the community. So for that reason, John H. Shelton is going to be featured next week. So will Ghostly Winds, and we'll look at another couple of channels as well. And Norfolk Dashcams is excited about seeing so many new creators. And absolutely, yes, Khalid Delicious Foods is wishing for positivity as well, which is great. Mariska Van Bunderen is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Say you're getting rid of the wheel. No, I said we're doing... Oh, thank you for asking. No, I said we're going to do something fun with the wheel next week. Not here on Tuber Chat. On Saturday, after Tuber Chat, Unmasked Lifestyle, who's a dear, dear friend of Tuber Chat and somebody who's been a loyal, dedicated, and generous supporter for a long, long time, is going to do 1,000 subscriber giveaway. They've actually got over 1,100 subscribers right now, but they're going to do the giveaway next Saturday right after Tuber Chat, and I will co-host with them. So it'll be fun. I'll join them just for the purpose of spinning the wheel, and they'll do their giveaway. And then as well, the week after, they're going to do a monetization celebration. They've just set up their monetization and got their memberships going and everything else as of today. As a matter of fact, we were talking earlier. Keys to Success MDS, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in today. Green Fam 20, good to have you here. I hope I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. I just fall behind a little bit. The Plug TV, Mr. Naz, good to see you back in the house. You came in quickly the other day. That is Mr. Naz, our famous Mr. Naz, am I right? That I remember from so many months ago. And yeah, I think we're doing okay. I think everybody's okay meeting new friends and family members. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, whether it be a question or a comment you meant specifically for me to see. I just tend to fall behind a little bit. If you can be patient with me, mention it again. I'll try to catch it the next time around. And then, yeah, Ghostly Winds, very cool. Wheel of Fortune today. Are we changing the name? I thought you were the one who called it the Wheel of Doom. I have to go back and double check to make sure I'm right about that. Kristen Welton tells me that you were the one who dubbed it the Wheel of Doom. We've been calling it that ever since. Makeup Mom and Son has 303 subscribers. They were actually featured this weekend on Friday, so hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. And then Norfolk Dashcam, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we'll put your channel up next and have a quick look and see if I was right about that goal that you were so close to today. Oh, I was right. Okay, good work. I'm lucky. I don't know if I can remember every detail about every single channel that comes through, but because we were talking about it yesterday, yes, Norfolk Dashcam is only 6 subscribers away from the 500 that's going to be on their mind, and they're going to be halfway on their road to the magical 1K any moment now. So I'm hoping everybody will rally around this channel. This is another creator who's come into the Tuber Chat community just over the last couple of weeks and already showing generosity and a lot of positivity in the chat. And then Janetti's Corner, thank you so much for your super chat as well. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to look at your channel next. That's a creator that everybody who is regularly here at Tuber Chat will know, because they have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, not to mention a spreader of positivity and motivation through our chat for quite some time now. It's great to see lots of familiar faces in the house, along with a few new channels. Past Life Explorer, good to see you in the house. I still haven't been able to get by and catch you on a live stream yet, but it's been a little while. I always have a good time hanging out with Past Life Explorer. That's a previously featured creator that has a loyal and dedicated following around them. And we've gained some friends and family members from Past Life Explorer, as a matter of fact, and they were featured right away because people were drawn to their channel immediately upon seeing it. So I'm happy always when they come through the chat. Hopefully I'm going to get a chance to hang out with them. They always have a dynamic panel of guests on StreamYard on their live streams, and I want to hang out with them again at the first available opportunity. There is Janetti's Corner right there. Thank you one more time for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. And Mr. Naz, yes, says that I'm right. It was him who dubbed our wheel the Wheel of Doom. And then, yeah, Lava Bubble Land, I hope you're meeting lots of friends and family members so we can keep you going. The Chit Chat Queen is in the house. That's another previously featured channel. Grandma Faye LME, thank you for coming in. I saw you slip in there, so I got you on the wheel now. We're going to look for some more names for the wheel pretty soon. I will go to my list, as I always do. But it's great to have Mr. Naz back in the house. Courtney Cooks and more, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. If you haven't shared the stream and you have the ability, I'll appreciate that greatly, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network. And then, of course, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, I'll appreciate that as well. Janetti's Corner is a generous creator in many different ways. One of the things that she does is have a featured channels collaboration going on here, where she says featured channels that I love. Luckily, Tuber Chat's included in that, along with another few familiar faces there. Hilda DC, which is today's featured channel on Tuber Chat. Tanisha Rawls, who's a familiar face as well. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are also saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend that for anybody that's willing to do it with each other. And if you have featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, then please just make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that, as you see, with both of those channels. Grandma Faye LME is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community at large, as well as here in the Tuber Chat community. So I hope everybody will rally around this channel. They've got 362 subscribers, but we can probably push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 365 or 370 today, and get them closer to the 400 that we know is on their mind. And thank you, Khalid. Delicious food. If you're able to be here for 2.5 hours, you'll hear me repeat myself many times, but I appreciate the good words. And Norfolk Dashcam, yeah, so the best success here in Tuber Chat is always found in making the first move. So if you have the time today, you can absolutely meet anywhere up to about 10 creators per hour here in Tuber Chat. Any faster than that is too fast, and you risk losing the connections. But I think Norfolk Dashcam absolutely can hit their goal of 500 today. They're only a few away right now. And the Plug TV Mr. Naz, you said what, Large? Did I miss something, or are you talking to somebody else? Let me know if I missed something there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I will. Yes, the Red Devil. When we have your channel up, I'm making a note for myself anyway. And yeah, if Jesse Miller's able to come by, that will be great. That's a creator who's already sent us some friends and family members. I missed a channel coming in. I didn't mean to. Oh, I just saw it too a second ago. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. Esther's Chronicles TV, thank you so much for coming in. My pleasure to catch you. You've been with Tuber Chat for a long time. It's glad to have you. I'm glad to have you back in the chat. Jewel in the kitchen, I think I welcomed you when you came in earlier. Oh, Mr. Naz, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, our dear friend Unmasked Lifestyle will be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway next weekend. It's already set up. I'll be co-hosting so we can put all of her recipients or potential recipients on the wheel, spin, and have a little bit of fun with it like we do here. We'll do that right after Tuber Chat next Saturday, which will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll schedule it a few days in advance so that everybody can plan if they need to, but hopefully you've got our notification bell on so you don't miss our live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. This is Artfully Blind with Diana, a featured channel from this weekend. She was featured on Saturday. Hilda DC's in the house. That is our featured channel for today. And the reason I feature channels across all of our social networks like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit is so that you have over 100 opportunities now to meet generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. And then Thrilla T, I'm going to just ask you for a favor, just please don't yell. Whenever we use all capitals, it's considered yelling, so you just want to avoid that. But yeah, Thrilla T is talking about being available on Instagram, which is cool. And then, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat as far as comments or questions you might have meant for me to see. I just happen to fall behind sometimes when we're busy, and I'll appreciate your patience. If you can mention it again, I'll catch it the next time around, hopefully. I'm just looking over to our list right now because it's time for me to start adding names. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up here, and then we will start adding names to the wheel. The fishing hole is coming up next. So it takes a second to get that channel to come up in the search results. It's another life who's always in the chat as a member and a moderator. So the fishing hole is another channel that's been set up to do exactly the same thing that we do here on Tuber Chat, which is to allow people to connect in the same way, so that you can meet lots of friends and family members while you're there. And then as well, I can see that she's going to be helping you with a lot of YouTube tips the same way that we try to do here on Tuber Chat, where, for instance, she's got a premiere coming up for tomorrow. It'll be a few hours later than Scratch and Pete's release, but you'll see that premiere coming up. Oh no, it's a live stream. Forgive me, it's a live stream. How to use Canva, which is very, very cool. That clip was a little glitchy. Thank you for letting me know, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I've got to clear my RAM once in a while to give the computer a break. I'm going to have to rethink those clips, but I know everybody likes them, so I'd like to keep them going. Corinne's Life, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Have to tell you, a few weeks ago, have to do accounting. Your head hurts. Yeah, it's something else when you're looking in your analytics and having to account for lots of different things. We look at our subscriber numbers, our likes, our views, our comments, and a lot of other things, and then you start getting into revenue once you're monetized and stuff like that, and you got to keep track of everything. So it's work, that's for sure. I just hope that everybody enjoys it enough that YouTube is a pleasant experience for everybody. I did say I was going to add some new names to the wheel. Let me see, I almost missed something. Oh, and Hilda DC just sent another super chat. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your generosity. That's our featured channel for today, as a matter of fact. And see, our stream boss doesn't seem to want to work perfectly. I'm going to get that reset again. and see if it fixes itself. It might take a second. I don't know why it wants to not work perfectly. I'll catch up in a second. I'm way behind in the chat again. The Moon Goddess Oracle is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And now I can't get the stream boss working. Let me try something here. All right, hopefully we're good. Okay, looks like everybody's doing okay. Sorry, I did say I was going to add names to the wheel. I'm going to spin one more time, and then we're going to get another, and then we'll get some names on the wheel. Christian Nomad is going to be the next channel we're looking at. Oh my goodness, now we've lost a few things on our stream. Oh, here they come. Okay, they're working their way in slowly. Hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. I'm going to add some names to the wheel right now from our list, as I always do. I'm going to make our moderators wait for a little while today. I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators. You know, I take that stuff very, very seriously. So you know that if you connect with them, you're connecting with some of the most loyal, dedicated, and supportive creators. Shards of Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Wow, was that clip as glitchy as I think it was? I might have to really rethink those things. We're going to look at Northern Mustangs. We've already seen Janetti's Corner for today. Norfolk Dashcam we saw. Sergeant Life is coming up. Thrilla T. And we've got quite a few here actually to come on. I'll put Life with Adrienne XO and Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters. I saw Unmasked Lifestyle come into the chat with us. That's the channel I was talking about earlier. They're going to do their 1,000 subscriber giveaway next Saturday. After Tuber Chat, I will co-host with them, and they'll use the same wheel that we use here to spin and do their giveaway. We always see a clip for them or something else, but for today we will put them on the channel. Put them on the wheel as well. And then yeah, Jade and the guy will. You should already have been on the featured channels list, but I'll double check and make sure. So let's spin. Christian Nomad is a generous creator, not only in, you know, here in the Tuber Chat community. They do the featured channels collaboration, but they also do a lot of experimenting with things that they learn here on YouTube, and then they share that information both with myself, with other people in their own community, for the betterment of everybody. So for that reason, they were featured right after they started coming into Tuber Chat several months ago. Christian Nomad's been with us since the summer, as has Sergeant Life for even longer than that. This is another channel that's been back in Tuber Chat again and again. I think you did Corinne's Life. Didn't I mention your... Yeah, why did you have to tell me a few weeks ago? So thank you for that. Yeah, because you said about accounting. We have to do accounting. Oh, Ecstasy, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you when you came in, but hopefully you're still here. Thank you for coming in for a quick second. Yeah, I never mean to miss anybody in the chat. I tend to fall behind, and I certainly don't mean to do that to anybody, but I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here in Tuber Chat, of course. Looks to me like we might be buffering a little bit, so that's unfortunate, but I can't do anything about that. I'm plugged in, so we'll just keep going on. No, TubeBuddy shouldn't be on. I gotta remember to turn all my extensions off when I start live streaming. For some reason they take up too much RAM. I did change one thing today. The wheel, I usually run that on Firefox, and I'm running it on Chrome today. So I don't know, maybe it's like hammering Chrome too much. I don't know. I can't talk today. I can't type. I can't talk. Vermont Paint, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Kristen Welton, my love, is in the chat, both as a member and a moderator. My goodness. We'll spin. Sergeant Life will soon have 150 subscribers and be halfway on the way to the 200. Tina Talk Show, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Beauty and Beast Journey, it's wonderful to see you in the chat. We've got you on the wheel already, of course. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters is coming up right now. This is an extremely generous creator who has been with Tuber Chat for quite some time now and previously featured, of course. Oh, they've actually got a premiere going right this second. It's unfortunate that I'm not going to catch that, but 636 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 640 or so, and get them a little bit closer on the road to 700. Oh, we're glitching like crazy, eh? Oh, that's unfortunate. There's not really much I can do about this, to be honest with you. There's only one more thing I can do. Yeah, sorry, we're just going to have to... there's not much I can do once we're already running, right? And, other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. See, not that it matters, but when I talk about things here on Tuber Chat all the time, many of you have heard me say it before, but the whole reason that the channel is named Tuber Chat instead of Tuber Guy or anything like that is because the truth is the action is really in the chat. I'm just here to talk, hopefully bring a little bit of value when we share information and some experience and this and that while we are connecting in the chat, but that's really where the important part is. So as long as the chat's still running, then we're still operating, and I will, you know, sort out as best I can whatever technical details that we have or difficulties, as what I mean to say. We'll sort those out, but as long as everybody's still in the chat, we're good to go. Ecstasy, glad to still see you here. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you. I thought you came in and then I thought you were splitting for a second, but it's good to have you here. Tiffany Wears T-shirts, thank you for coming back in. It's great to have you back in the chat again. I keep considering I might have to switch to Windows. You can still run Windows on a Mac, right? Natively and all this stuff. I might have to think about that to see if it's any better. Streamlabs OBS is what I'm using to live stream, but it's brand new on Mac, and it's not even on version number 1 yet. They're on version number 0 point something. So they're still in beta and they're working out the kinks, but it's just not working perfectly. We'll sort that out. And that's it. Yes, Mariska Van Bunderen, you're right. So Eve Belize has been with Tuber Chat for a long time. They are monetized, but hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking for. And then the next channel that we're going to look for right now is Emotion. Now, I always find it easiest to find this channel when I type in Emotion, New Soul, R&B. It's a music channel, of course. And you'll see that what ends up happening is, at least for me, their video comes up right away, so I'm able to click on their channel that way. But when you search, find, and click on creators, when you're looking for their channels, it really does a world of wonder for them with the algorithm. As you can imagine, as months go on, and this starts to happen hundreds of times, they start to climb the search results and have an easier time. Because Emotion is just such an unbelievably popular word. Not only in, you know, the English language and this and that, but also, you know, on YouTube and everywhere else, but in the world of music, as you can imagine. So it's a great name for a channel, but it just happens to be so popular, they're going to need a bit of an extra push to get up those search results until they're a little bit more established. And then Ecstasy is willing to swap playlists as well, so if anybody's willing to swap playlists, please reach out by simply saying, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Let's spin again, and we'll see who's coming up next. We're going to see Beauty and Beast Journey, who's in the chat with us right now. They happen to be a silver member, so they get a guaranteed feature of some sort every single day. But they happen to be here, so all that much the better. You can connect with them. They were previously featured on Tuber Chat just a couple of weeks ago. Thrilla T, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next before we continue spinning. Reading and Retail's in the house. Thank you so much. Oh, you're at work again? Yeah, I should think about that. I guess that's every Monday. Am I right? And then don't forget about the organic growth that everybody's getting as well, right? You know, we're here to connect with each other, but as your channel grows, hopefully with a strong and solid foundation, you're gaining more and more organic subscribers, not to mention views for your videos as well. The Plug TV, Mr. Naz. What did you miss? You missed a lot of buffering. You missed a couple of glitches. Beauty and Beast Journey is a very much loved and well-respected couple of creators who have been with the small YouTuber community at large for quite some time, and as well here in the Tuber Chat community. So I hope you'll reach out to them. Old School Patricia's in the house. Let's get you onto the wheel. And I'm going to play one more clip, I think. Actually, you know what? I'll hold on for a second. Let's look at Thrilla T right now. And we'll look at another clip the next time I spin the wheel. Thrilla T, is this the first time I'm having your channel up on the screen? I know you were here. I thought it was yesterday or the day before. But I guess we're not already connected. So if this is the first time I've got your channel up on the screen, then I'm going to add this video, this 12-minute one, into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this video, and I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe and turn your notification bell on, of course, as I do for all creators. And then hopefully you've got our notification bell on and you're subscribed now so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Nalani J, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. And then, yeah, the Moon Goddess Oracle. The trouble is, when somebody's live streaming, and for those of you who also live stream, you never actually know. So the trouble is, even though people tell you you're buffering, if there's nothing you can do about it, there's nothing you can do about it, right? I'm plugged into the internet. I've got my windows and everything minimized, and I try to keep the RAM clean and stuff like that. That's all you can do. You have to just go as the show goes on is kind of the mentality, because you don't know if everybody's buffering. It could be people in certain areas. It could just be people's individual computers. You never really know. So you just keep going. And then, yeah, Ghostly Winds is talking about a slight purge again. And other than that, it looks like everybody's doing okay. Nalani J is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed too much. Oh, yeah, Tiffany wears t-shirts. I wouldn't even know where to begin there, because there are days on Tuber Chat where every single channel seems to be of a different niche. So the idea here is that, you know, we're not so concerned with everybody's theme or niche of their channel. We're really here to support the creators. Now, hopefully you enjoy the content that you see when you follow creators, and I certainly don't want to push anybody to follow anybody that they don't enjoy or don't want to follow. It's just that we're here to give each other a strong and solid foundation for our channels, knowing that every time you put out a video, you're going to have a bunch of people who are excited for you, who want to see your content, who want to see you succeed, you know, giving you the comments, likes, views, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers. Happy Lux, my dear friend from Germany, is in the house. Good to see you back in the house. We rated them the other day. They do another live stream similar to what we do here on Tuber Chat, where you can meet more friends and family members. They've got a video game going, music playing, and it's kind of a party over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Mr. Naz, it's good to have your input back in the chat. Mr. Naz always brings a positive vibe into the chat, and I appreciate that greatly. It's good to be seeing you again. And then, oh, Shards of Gaming is doing some schoolwork by the sound of it. Schoolwork or work with some assignments. And Unmasked Lifestyle is the creator that I was talking about earlier, where next week I'm going to join them right after Tuber Chat for their 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And then we will spin a wheel, we will pick a winner, and we'll have a little bit of fun talking as well. So we will make sure we raid them. Next Saturday's live stream will be a little bit earlier than we usually do. It'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern time. But I'll have those scheduled well in advance so that everybody can plan if you need to, and I'll make sure another community post goes out so that everybody's informed as well. I'm going to add some names to the wheel. And then Jaden the guy, yeah, whatever I can do to try to sort out whatever the problem is for today, I'll sort out by next week. Wheel less doom. Yes, I do. Ghostly wins. I'm gonna have to get the wheel filled up again. So we did see Sergeant Life. We did see Thrilla Tea. Classy Cookery, Jewel in the Kitchen. I should add our moderators in another moment. Kristen Marie's Life is going to come up first. Embracing Everyday Reality, is good to see you here. You've been doing shorts lately. You've been short lately to keep interaction with your community. Okay, I'm not sure if I quite catch that, but forgive me. But it's great to have you in the chat, though. Vermont Paint is here. Forgive me if I didn't welcome you. You might have been here for a while. Ghostly Winds is just talking to you. I just noticed Vermont Paint. I catch them sometimes. I find that a lot of people in our community are often drawn towards artists of all kinds, and Vermont Paint does art live, you know, painting and things like that, and I've been able to catch them several times, and then they have their art available and extremely reasonably priced for people who want to look at purchasing that stuff as well. So, Kristen Marie's Life, with 80 subscribers, we're hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther and get them maybe even to 90 subscribers today, a little closer on their road to 100. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, I'll appreciate it. As Scratch and PPA is reminding everybody, whether you have a community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, and if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that also. Looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. My pleasure having your channel up, Kristen Marie's Life. I know it takes a while. You know, Tuber Chat's getting busier and busier and busier every week, right? Slowly, but it always grows. And so as we get busier, it becomes more of a struggle. And I got to start rolling through channels faster and stuff like that. But the list keeps me organized. Thank goodness for these robots we keep. And the Moon Goddess Oracle is gonna film some shorts today, so we'll have those to look forward to as well. And if anybody's mentioned anything like a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, and I will try to catch it the next time around if you can just mention it again. But it looks like everybody's doing okay. And Krista Marie's Life's only been doing this for 5 months. Very, very cool. We're looking forward to seeing much more from you, and I'm looking forward to getting to know your channel better. Let's spin and see what is going to be coming up next. We're going to look at Northern Mustangs. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I don't know what on earth could be the cause of that unless you can refresh your page or something like that. Mr. Naz. Mr. Naz keeps me laughing. Catherine with Friends, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Happy Lux, my dear, dear friend, is here. Like I said, they do another growth stream similar to the fishing hole, similar to what you see here in Tuber Chat and many other creators. Mariska Van Bunderen often does similar things where we are able to meet more friends and family members within their live stream. So I hope you'll connect with them. Northern Mustangs has 139 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'd love to get them over 140, maybe even towards 150, get them halfway on that road to 200. And I will think about adding some names to the wheel again right away. We're moving a little bit faster now, so let me get our moderators on here. Mariska Van Bunderen. Scratch and PPA. I thought I saw Michael's Adventures earlier today. And Kira Welton. And I'm going to refresh my list and see what I can do about adding some more names in another few moments. Kristen Welton is coming up right now. This is my love. She's always in the chat as a member and a moderator. She's got her own channel doing her own thing. She's already got well over 1,200 subscribers. We're hoping we can push her a little bit farther on the road to 1,300. She does the featured channels collaboration that I talk about, and she's willing to swap playlists even though she's monetized. It's still a great thing for monetized channels to do. As you can imagine, somebody's running your playlist. You know, you've got ads running or premium income or whatever you want to call it. Mr. Fulton Miraz, thank you so much for the share. That's a generous creator who always shares for us, so thank you. And Melanie J, you know, the first time that I was ever in a live stream, Nightbot, or a live stream like this that I remember, Nightbot timed me out for something and I snapped and tried to block it. I didn't know that it was a robot. I thought it was a creator. But I'm sure that happens all kinds of people. Ghostly Wind shared the stream on Twitter. I hope I've already got you in our Twitter list. For some reason, I feel like you've been on there for a long time, but I'm going to double check and make sure that you're there. Anybody who tweets or retweets for Tuber Chat gets automatically added by me to our Twitter list. And then the hope is that if you follow that list, you'll find over 40 other creators who are active on Twitter, so that you might be able to collaborate with them, share each other's videos, and get some more action from the Twitterverse. Kristen Welton does a lot of lifestyle videos as well as unboxings, collaborations, and some live streaming, so hopefully everybody will connect with her. We're going to look at Life with Adrienne XO, and then I noticed that Mom's Little Things has got a super chat for us, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up right after. And then, yeah, absolutely. Ghostly Wins can be found on Twitter, but actually Twitter works in a great way, because if somebody shares for you, you're able to get not only notifications, but it tells you about mentions. So every time somebody retweets for you, it's so easy to go there, find out, and then be able to make sure those people are added to your Twitter list. Maybe we'll look at that afterwards as well, just so I'll show everybody what on earth I'm talking about. You guys can let me know if you want to see that. If anybody wants to see what I'm talking about, I can go over it quickly. I don't want to spend time if nobody wants to see it, or nobody needs to look at that right now, but I'm happy to go over it anytime. Life with Adrienne XO is an extremely generous creator who allows people also to connect in their live streams the same way they do here in Tuber Chat. I've obviously got some catching up to do on your channel, but she's actually been with us for a long time now, and like I said, is not only a loyal and dedicated supporter, but a generous creator as well. And I hope that everybody will rally around this channel. We'll push her a little bit farther over her 1,410 or so subscribers, get her moving on that road to 1,500. Mom's Little Things we're going to look at in a moment. Thank you one more time for your super chat. And I'm going to just catch up in the chat here. I tend to be behind. House of X Entertainment Inc. is playing with the custom emojis from their membership, so thank you for that. Yeah, Mr. Naz, Stream Elements is a robot. It's my favorite one. So I use 4. As you see, actually, Nightbot is just dropping Artfully Blind with Diana's link right there. That's another gold member. But I love Stream Elements the best for doing what we call timers. So for those of you who live stream and are experimenting with the different robots, Stream Elements does the best job, in my opinion, of dropping messages through the chat at regular intervals without running into itself. Some of the other robots, you notice like Nightbot and Bottissimo, if you set those up, it's possible that they could leave 2 or 3 messages or even more, one right after the other sometimes, and it looks like spam. So you'll notice Stream Elements is always spread out. So the messages come through once every minute, different message from a list, but they don't run into each other. And then we've got Bottissimo welcoming people. Dr. Strange 72, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, Dr. Strange 72, forgive me, our moderators just knocked out your message because we don't do any self-promotion here, so we don't typically like get everybody like, come add me, like that kind of stuff. It's fine. But what I wish is, if you don't mind, just please have a look at our video description, because it describes exactly how we connect here. The idea here is that we connect with other creators first, and then they will return to you after you've done that. So it works the opposite of some of the other live streams that you may have seen. The mentality of the community here is kind of along the lines that we like to give much more than we expect to receive, and we know that that eventually comes back because we see it again and again. But other than that, hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here will be willing to connect with you and absolutely subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. If you can, just please read those the video description, and if you meet people one at a time, take your time and have fun with it. You'll get lots of new subscribers for your channel, I'm sure. And then Mom's Little Things, thank you one more time for your super chat. For that reason, we're looking at this channel again right now. We've seen this before, and I love the presentation of this channel because the between the thumbnails and the banners, first of all, they're bright and colorful. I happen to like that stuff. But then as well, right down to the avatar, everything matches, which is good. So hopefully we're going to see big things from this channel. They've already got their 1,000 subscribers, but we'd love to give them a few more so that we can get it locked in for them. Make sure that when the algorithm comes around and starts hammering people, they don't slip below their 1,000 again. Georgia Bulldogs, good to have you in the house. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, I will be able to get around to everybody. Tanisha Rawls is in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody else or anything in the chat. If you meant for me to see a specific question or comment, just please mention it again, and I will appreciate your patience, and I'll try to catch it the next time around. Life Will Change, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And GreenFam20 still hanging out. Very, very cool. Good to have you back in the chat. Classy Cookery is coming in right now. This is another channel that we've seen again and again here on Tuber Chat with 2,680 or so subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther. They're going to be looking for 2,700 very, very soon. And obviously there's a lot of delicious stuff here, and when I see all this healthy cooking and healthy, you know, words on describing titles and descriptions on videos, I know that that's the kind of content I think everybody needs to see a bit of. Baskets Resale is in the house. Let's get you in here as well. Oh, Michael's Adventures, there you are. Sorry, I didn't see you for a while. Angie Poo 215 channel, thank you for coming in. Oh, I am having the hardest time spelling today. I work too fast, I think, sometimes. And then my pleasure, Classy Cookery, for having your channel up here. Hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. And like I said, we're going to get this channel moving towards the 2,700 that we know is on their mind right now. Baskets Resale is coming up right now. Look at that luck. As soon as I put you on the wheel. This is a creator that's got two channels, one called Baskets that's doing well with thousands of subscribers, and then Baskets Resale is the one that they're working on with us here in Tuber Chat. With 375 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther as well, to 380 or so, get them a little bit closer to the 400 they're looking for. Question, been thinking about this for many months. Why the name Tuber Chat, Mr. Naz? So, not that it's a great idea or a great name or anything like that. I think it's pretty generic and typical, right? But I think it's right for what it is. And the idea is that the chat is where the action really happens here, right? It really has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with what goes on here for the other 2.5 hours during the live stream. There's lots and lots and lots of live streams similar to this, right? But when I start any kind of a project, let's say with a website or in this case a YouTube channel, I try to get a domain name and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So it's really, really hard these days to try to match that stuff if you're going for a .com web address. So for instance, I do have tuberchat.com. It's just as a placeholder going to our mailing list right now, but I was able to get Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, so the whole setup is there. So looking at different names when you're trying to set up a project or a YouTube channel or a website and stuff like that, it's something to consider. So that's part of it, but Tuber Chat just kind of, you know, we can't have YouTuber Chat, unfortunately, the most important part. So that's why it's, you know, kind of labeled that way, and hopefully it just gets into everybody's head that that's the real, you know, magic. That's where the magic happens here. Not so much from the things I say. I hope everybody gets a little bit of value out of the information that I share. I learn from creators of every size every single day. And then as well, I happen to be a professional channel manager. I run a few channels for other people outside here. And my wish is just so that we can all share our information here within the chat. And I can talk about it for everybody as well. And then we can all make the best decisions for our channels, myself included. I strive to do better and improve every single day. First of all, so I can share the information here for everybody. But then as well, so that I can also prosper on YouTube, if that's, you know, that's usually in most of our minds. We're going to look at Scratch and Pete PA right now. LCD chat. And for today, I could have called it glitch chat, and it would, or buffer chat, and that would have worked. There's a couple of names for you to use for YouTube channels. Skywatcher footage, thank you for coming in. I was looking for, I thought I missed a channel coming in. I certainly never mean to miss anybody. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that as well. Scratch and Pete PA has a weekly series coming out. He will do another release tomorrow. I don't see a premiere right here, so I'm going to assume that he is releasing tomorrow. Let me do one more look back and see if there was something there. Let me search. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a release for tomorrow. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Scratch and Pete PA, but he's got a weekly series that comes out every Tuesday, and it's interactive. So what happens is if you follow Scratch and Pete on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, you're able to vote on the content of the next video, which is a really, really cool feature. So I hope everybody will rally around Scratch and Pete. He's one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, absolutely loyal, dedicated, and has been a moderator for Tuber Chat for a long, long time. So I hope everybody will connect with them and rally around Scratch and Pete. We want to push this channel towards the 300 that we know is on their mind. And Jewel in the Kitchen, no, your channel's on the wheel, but we haven't put it up on the screen yet. Be a Valentine's Day special on Sunday. I don't know what I can really do about Valentine's Day. I'll have to think about that. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I'm expecting to be here. I'm expecting to do a live stream. Our particular area in southern Ontario, Canada, is in full-on lockdown right now. And I haven't had word yet. I should look, but I haven't had word on whether that's going to be lifted or anything. So we're facing the idea that we're not really able to do the kind of traditional celebrating of Valentine's Day that people might always do. So I'm going to live stream either way, no matter what happens. But we've already decided we're going to delay like our personal Valentine, this and that. So I don't know what's possible right now as far as like doing anything. But I'll probably, as a very minimum, color the thumbnail in pink and red or something like that. But we'll be here. And thank you, Khalid Delicious Food. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat again. I certainly don't mean to. I hope poggers is a good word. Forgive me because I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. And then, okay, there you go. Scratch and PA is going to release tomorrow. Sometimes he does premieres. Now, I hope everybody is turning on notifications for each other because, you know, I turn notifications on for every creator now. I've been doing that for several months. And I hope everybody is, because we got to do everything we can to support each other these days while YouTube is doing its purging and glitching and everything else. And I think by having the notification bell on, first of all, you'll get notified so you can support everybody even better. But then as well, it gives the algorithm just that extra little kick to know that you meant to hang out with their... you meant to subscribe to their channel. Old School Patricia, thank you for coming in. This happens to be a member. They recently did their 1,000 subscribers. Thank you video. And then as well, you see that they've got that. It looks like they've got it locked in, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther just to make sure. We don't want the algorithm playing games with them like they like to seem to do with all of us. And I'm just looking over at my list to see what I can do about adding some more channels to the wheel. And yes, Jaden Sa, I might do the thumbnail. I'll probably just dress up as Valentine. Put a heart emoji in the name or something like that. You see Emily is going to come up. Cooking with Miss Brown has been here for quite some time. Khalid Delicious Food is coming up. Mr. Naz is going to have the first time on the wheel in a long, long time. Buddha of Destiny, namaste. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. And we're going to look at Brown Girl Bella coming up next. This is Brown Girl Bella. She happens to be a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community at large, as well as here in Tuber Chat. She has a very loyal and dedicated following, and she is a very strong creator in every way that you can imagine. So she, like I said, is very much loved and well-respected on her channel, and her community is very loyal and dedicated. And I've been connected with her for well over what seems like a year now. She's one of these creators that you wonder to yourself, you know, a year later after you start your channel, who's still going to be there with you? Who's still going to be coming around? And the sad truth is that as you grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. And so you start to see the most dedicated and loyal supporters of yours a little bit less and less as time goes on. You know, there was a day we could be in each other's live streams and watching each other's videos several times a week, and then eventually it becomes maybe once a week, then, you know, eventually once a month, stuff like that. But Brown Girl Bella is somebody who's still there after all this time, so I just want to put a lot of focus on that because it says a lot about the character of the creator behind the channel. Previous message from Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More I might have missed. If I've missed anything in the chat, just please mention it again. Just be patient with me. I tend to fall behind in the chat sometimes. I will appreciate it greatly. You've got an idea, and share live 156 live. I don't know if I quite get what the message was. Forgive me, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Oh, EC Family, thank you for, or sorry, EC Emily. Forgive me for that. EC Emily, thank you for coming in. Oh, Ori and Lucy, sorry I didn't see you come in. Thank you for coming in. That's another generous creator, somebody who allows people to connect the way we do here in Tuber Chat. And then Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, if you want to just let me know what you were mentioning. I didn't quite get it. Yeah, Mariska Van Bunderen recently became monetized, so it's great to see people congratulating her. That was an exciting moment because this is an extremely generous creator, not to mention supportive and you know, dedicated and loyal, and all the positive things we say are wrapped up into one here when we talk about Mariska Van Bunderen. As you can see, she does the featured channels collaboration. She still swaps playlists even though she's monetized, and is always spreading positivity through the chat. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. So hopefully you'll catch her. She usually has games going and makes it a little bit more fun. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Yeah, sorry, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I just didn't catch exactly what you meant with your message there. You said you have a video idea, but I didn't quite get what it was. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. We haven't seen Ghostly Winds yet. We're going to get that channel onto the wheel. I see that they're coming up next. And then I'll add some more names to the wheel as we move through our a few more spins. Let's do one right now. We're going to look at EC Emily right now. Here's EC Emily with 403 subscribers, so I think they're just about on the way out right now. But if you want to connect with them, hopefully you will. We'll push them a little bit farther. They're officially on the road to 500, and we'd just like to get them a few more subscribers to get that 400 locked in nice and solid. And then, oh, there you go. Thrill of Tea, only doing things to make you elevate, which is cool. Mariska Van Bunder, and yeah, it feels like longer than a week already. Oh, my, probably, as much as I don't like to, I would like to be more fun than I am. I know a lot of the things I say are pretty generic, and I repeat myself all the time, and, for those of you who are here all the time, you hear the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know what more I'll come up with for any kind of a funky title, but remember, the titles of your videos and live streams are very important, right? So you'll notice the Tuber Chat has the same title over and over and over again, but the reason why is because you can imagine now, after well over 150 episodes of Tuber Chat, that's 150 live streams, that, those words are very, very solid for me as search terms. So I want to continue with those. Usually what I do is something like I did yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday, where maybe for Valentine's Day I'll add an emoji heart and just say Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, but the rest of the title will just go on. So I'd love to do things that are more fun, but Tuber Chat is kind of a utilitarian channel, if you want to call it that. It's, we're here for a reason. It's not as fun as a lot of the channels that we find with each other in the chat here, where the content is much more entertaining as opposed to hopefully educational or at least inspiring. And then Calming Mind Meditations, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. And Jewel in the Kitchen is coming up now. With 1,020 or so subscribers, they've got their 1,000 nice and locked in, but we're hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're on the road to 1,100 now, and we would love to see them get a little bit closer. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Meeting new friends and family members. I will add a couple more names to the wheel shortly after another spin or two. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. I'll appreciate that. Vermont Paint, you're hungry again. Is it from all the cookies that everybody's baking for each other? It's too bad Lava Bubble Land was in here earlier, but not. I don't think they're still with us. They were giving cookies to everybody, and then. Oh yeah, no, Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. I'll probably do the same thing that I did for Christmas and New Year's. I did it yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday. I just happened to put the little football and said Super Bowl Sunday. My pleasure having your channel up, Jewel in the Kitchen. We have a good handful of cooking channels that come through Tuber Chat, and it's great because one of the things I talk about all the time is I follow thousands of creators now, as you can imagine, with both of my channels, and 99% of them have less than 10,000 subscribers. And what I really like is that you get a real look at what people are doing when people are doing cooking videos. You see what people are actually cooking and eating in their homes. Not quite the same as what you might see from a television show where there might be competition or restaurants and things that are made in a different way. And I'm not even saying that, I'm right about that it's any better or it's not or anything like that. I just enjoy it. I enjoy all of the content that I'm seeing from creators who are working on their channels. I love to see the improvements people make and the interesting things that people come up with. When it comes to cooking, I can cook to save my life. I can throw chicken or fish into an oven for 45 minutes, but I don't do any kind of a spectacular job. And I see so many people here. Kristen Welton is thinking about doing a cooking channel. We'll see. She's done some cooking videos already. Kira Welton might even be involved in some of that as well. And there's lots of cooking channels that come through here. Unmasked Lifestyle talks a little bit more about healthy living as well as that. But, you know, we see a lot of that stuff come through Tuber Chat, and I enjoy seeing those channels because, like I said, we're getting a real look. Not to mention seeing the different food people eat globally that we may not have otherwise seen before. That I find interesting as well. Hopefully everybody does. Mind your money. It's good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then thank you, Janetti's Corner, for your positivity. I always appreciate your kind words. Janetti's Corner is a channel that always spreads positivity through the chat, and I appreciate that. Oh, Mr. Naz, it's 6:23 a.m. where you are. My goodness. And getting phone calls. I wonder if it's the duct cleaning service. We get those. It just never stops. This is a scam that goes on. Some of these scams that people are doing on, you know, the phones where they call you and stuff, it makes me wonder, right? And then, you know, when you have to report something, let's just say if you're getting harassed or something, and you talk to the authorities and you say, like, you know, okay, the duct cleaning company is doing this and that. Let's just say, I'm not saying I do, I'm just saying if you did. You know, the idea is the scam's been going on for 5 years already. So is anything being done about it at all anyway? I don't know. And I don't like to think negatively, but, you know, it's just, you have to wonder, how does it go on and on and on and on. So I'm assuming, I hope that this is a new channel then, Mr. Naz. I wonder though, because I see you've got Mishana, who's a familiar face on here. I don't know if this is a new channel or if YouTube has taken our subscription away. But I'm going to do what I do for all new connections to Tuber Chat, and I'm going to add your longest video. So we'll take 3. We'll take this one. They're both over a minute, but not quite 2 minutes long. And I'll take a third one I'll take this 51-second one. And then I've added them into my watch later list. As well, I'm going to give you a comment on your discussion tab. Hopefully you will do a better job than me when you're leaving comments for people, because a lot of what I say tends to be very generic and, you know, keep up the good work, see you soon, that kind of stuff. And I don't mean to just be like that, but I tend to work very fast, and especially when we're here live streaming. But that's one more thing you could do for any channel under 1,000 subscribers, is give them a comment on their discussion tab, and it gives one more push to the algorithm to let them know that you absolutely intended on subscribing to that channel. Oh, your old channel got taken down. I think I remember you mentioning that before too when you were here. And then Angie Poo 215 channel is coming up now. Let's have a look at this. And yeah, Mr. Naz, I'm going to give you at least one of those videos. I'll watch all 3 in full. I will give you at least one meaningful, genuine comment on one of the longer ones. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. And then hopefully you're subscribed back to Tuber Chat now. As you know, we live stream still every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change, so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then absolutely, yes, Mr. Naz, the Plug TV, Mr. Naz, if you want to put Tuber Chat as a featured channel, then I'll be happy to return the favor. As everybody knows, we do that on our front page as well. We're fortunate to be featured on lots and lots of channels, and they changed the way they do that now. So it used to have a shuffle feature so you can move them around, and they don't have that now. So what I do now is when I add a new featured channel, I put it at the front so that at least the front page looks a little bit different, but there's, you know, about 100 channels in there now. It's been a little while. Angie Poo 215 channel has 1,300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, get them moving on that road to 1,400, and it's time for me to look for a couple more names to add to the wheel. Calming Mind Meditations will come up. Mind Your Money. Minerzak123 is in the house. I didn't see you. Forgive me for that. Mum Joy is back, as we've seen. Reading and Retail is still with us. Tanisha Rawls is still with us. I'm going to load it up a bit here. Tina Talk Show is still with us. Vermont Paint is still with us. You know, as we grow and follow more and more creators, oh dear. Is there anything I can do to make that come back? Yes. As we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment everybody spends here. And then Manly Gaming, I'll call you SK Manly Gaming. It's good to have you back in the house. The first couple of times I saw that channel, of course I did mention it, but you just want to be a little bit careful. Mum Joy is in the house, and hopefully we'll rally around this channel. It's another creator that's come back to Tuber Chat again and again. We'd love to push them towards the next milestone that they're looking for. It doesn't matter how many subscribers somebody has. We just want to get them rolling towards their next milestone, right? We all know what it's like to hit a different milestone of different types. So we want to push everybody as much as we can to get to all the milestones that they're looking for. And I will add some more channels to the wheel soon. Life with Taffy, good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. And it looks like everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. If you haven't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place, and it only takes a second, and it really does help the stream. So I'll appreciate it very much. And if you have the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. Lots of Toys to See is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm always good. Thank you for asking. They are doing a lot of live streaming these days, and hopefully everybody will check them out. Let's get Calming Mind Meditations up here. Emotion is in the house. We looked at your channel earlier. Thank you for coming in. That's a previously featured channel from Tuber Chat, of course, again. And lots of Toys to See needs to get right onto our wheel. Calming Mind Meditations has 66 subscribers. I think they had 67 yesterday. I could be wrong about that. One of the things we know is that the YouTube algorithm and the purging and the glitching that's been going on for the last 6 months or so has been really hard on any channels that have under 100 subscribers, particularly brand new channels. Calming Mind Meditations has been around for a while. But again, with under 100 subscribers, you're probably losing almost as much as you're gaining. So we have to do everything we can to support these channels, as well as everybody else, of course. But one of the things you can do for any channel under 1,000 is give them an extra comment on their discussion tab here, and that gives the algorithm a little boost to say, hey, I really meant to subscribe to this channel. Try not to take my subscription away. And hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther. I'm really looking forward to seeing this channel hit their first 100. And then thank you so much, Jewel in the Kitchen. Mr. Naz, you're not running around the classroom this time, though. That's the one thing I notice you're not doing. But hopefully you're having a good time here, and hopefully you're meeting a few friends and family members. It's good to see your channel is already moving, and it's good to have you back in the chat here. And so, yeah, let's spin, and we'll get another channel up here. I've just got a couple more of these clips to play. We'll look at Miner Zach 123 in a second. MinerZack123 has 102 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther and see if they are going to get moving on that road to 200. Yeah, Mr. Naz, today might be our today might be my system. For some reason we've seen more glitching. I've only done one thing different today. So every day I have the Wheel of Doom in Firefox, and today I used it in a Chrome window, and that's the only difference between today and every other day. And for whatever reason, it seems that that's causing us a bit of buffering and lagging and everything else we want to call it. Big money, yeah, big money. Spin, spin, spin. Lots of toys to see is going to come up right now. This is another member. They've been with Tuber Chat for quite some time. Previously featured, of course, and they do a lot of live streaming, as you can see. Hopefully everybody who hasn't already connected with them will. And Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters is back in the house. Oh, and then Emotion, yeah, is reaching out because they are willing to do the featured channels collaboration that we talk about, where you put channels on your front page. So if anybody wants to collaborate with them, you can absolutely do that as well. If anybody's willing to swap playlists in the chat, please just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you're willing and you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Happy Lux, one of our dear friends here in the chat, has over 13,000 subscribers, and he does a live stream similar to Tuber Chat where you're able to connect with other friends and family members for your channel. But as well, he has a program in his memberships where he helps with watch hours, so you can think about that as well. And then hopefully, other than that, everybody is doing okay. I also swap playlists with creators. Even though I'm monetized, it's still a great thing for monetized channels to do. First of all, you're helping others to get monetized, and then for yourself, there's the benefit of either premium income or ads running and stuff like that. So I recommend it for anybody that can do it. But if anybody wants to swap with me personally, you can reach out to me on Instagram. It's all one word, Tuber Chat, and I will be happy to talk about doing that. Mariska Van Bunderen's reaching out right now. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. We're going to look at my BFF Forever in another second. This is Kara Walton. She has her own channel doing her own thing, of course. She has got a lot of variety going on between lifestyle videos, a lot of unboxing, and some live streaming as well. Hopefully everybody will connect. And we push them a little bit closer to 350 or so and get them moving on that road to 400. I see Dr. Strange 72 is in the house still. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members for your channel. The way that our whole system works here is basically I have a robot that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's called Bottissimo right here. And that's a list of not only how long everybody's here, but how interactive they've been with each other. So again, it's not just about how long you're here, but the robot keeps track when I need names for my wheel. We will look over to the list to grab them, and then we have a look I am going to get you to pardon me for one moment, and I will be right back, and we'll spin the wheel and get another channel up. Here. And lots of toys to see. Yes, so many amazing creators there is. not quite, Mr. Naz, but not this time. Khalid Delicious Food. This is another creator. Now, when I talk about the idea of moving the live streams around so that we can meet different creators in different time zones, Khalid Delicious Food is somebody who, luckily has been looking forward to coming to the Tuber Chat live streams, and unfortunately lives in a time zone that makes it a little bit really kind of late for them to be able to catch us. So luckily, by moving the times around, we're able to catch people in different time zones around the world on different days, and you'll notice I do this all the time. Now hopefully everybody's got the notification bell on so you don't miss the live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change for that reason. And I try to schedule them several days in advance so that you can plan if you need to, if you'd like to arrange to be here. Yeah, lots of toys to see. I still, I keep talking about it. I've got a few loot crates that I never opened from about 1.5 to 2 years ago, and I'm kind of looking forward now to getting into those at some point. I wanted to do unboxing videos, which maybe I'll do, but I wonder if there'll be some pop figures in there. I've only got one that I can think of, which is Napoleon Dynamite. But I know those are very, very popular. Let's spin. We'll think about getting another channel up here. We're going to see reading and retail. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster now because we've been on for almost 2 hours. Look at that. Reading and retail. As soon as I pull up this channel by a search, Funko Pop Haul is right there. That's funny because we just happened to be mentioning that. So Reading and Retail has 1,000 subscribers. They've got it nice and locked in, but hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther as well, and we'll see if we can get them rolling. They are on the road to 1,100 right now. The package delivery service here today in Tuber Chat Industries is doing incredibly well. Yes, Ghostly wins. I'm glad to know that. Yeah, the loot crates, that was something else. You know, I wondered, I loved the idea of subscription boxes. On my personal channel, I used to get some vinyl records a few times, and what I really enjoyed was doing unboxing videos, but I tried to get a different person to do each unboxing video with me, so that there's a little bit of more content, and it's a little bit different every time. And there's, you know, subscription boxes of all types all over the internet, from Dollar Shave Club to things like Loot Crate, for those of you who know what it is. BoxyCharm is very, very popular, and FabFitFun and things like this. And those can make great content. You know, I believe somebody can even start channels. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but one could start a channel based only on subscription boxes. I've thought about it. What I'd really love to do is a channel on vinyl records. Not that everybody loves it, but people who love vinyl records love them, right? And then I would just do a different unboxing every week and subscribe to like 4 of them. That'd be wonderful. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but you know, these are ideas. Unboxing videos have always been popular on YouTube, and more so in the last few years. And now that we have so many monthly subscription boxes to choose from, there could be a lot of great content there. Reading and Retail is always with us here in the chat, so hopefully everybody has connected with them or will. Taylor Rochester's in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And Ghostly Winds is coming up right now. This is a channel that is going to be featured next weekend, probably very much overdue, because they've actually been with Tuber Chat probably from the beginning. And, you know, in and out over the last several months. Tuber Chat's been here not even a year now, but it has been about 9 months or something like that. And they've got a split right now, but that's okay. We're going to have a quick look at their channel. We can push them a little bit farther. 40 that we know is on their mind right now, and a little bit closer to the 600 that's going to be around the corner for them. And book group that people can join. So I got to think about what I'm going to do with Tuber Chat, because when I started everything last spring, I started a Facebook group for Tuber Chat, but I made it private, thinking that that for some reason was a good idea. And then it turns out that you cannot change a Facebook group from private to public after you've made it, and that's to protect the privacy of the people who signed up in the first place. So it makes sense, right? So I may have to start another one. But we also have a Facebook page, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, so there's lots of places to continue to meet creators. There's well over 100 opportunities now from all of our featured channels. Life with Taffy, my pleasure. I hope you can stick around. We're gonna have your channel added to the wheel in another moment. That's a look at Ghostly Winds, and like I said, that channel will be featured next week along with several others. We feature a different channel almost every single day here on Tuber Chat, based on generosity and positivity and other things that I notice that draw me to these creators in our chat and in our community. Vermont Paint is a talented artist who does a lot of live streaming, and I've been able to catch a few of those, and always have a good time hanging out. A lot of people in our community are drawn to artists of all kinds, so I hope everybody will rally around Vermont Paint. They've got 868 subscribers. We can push them beyond 870, I'm sure, today, and maybe get them a little bit closer to 900 so they can be officially on the road to the magical 1K. Let's see what we are going to do about adding names to the wheel now. Life with Taffy can come up right now. I hope you're still with us. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters. Did we look at your channel? I'm 99% sure that we did much earlier. Manly Gaming is going to be coming up. And the Moon Goddess Oracle has been with us for quite a while, so you should have probably already been up there. Let's spin. And the next channel that we're going to look at is Life with Taffy. Oh, of course I'm muted when I'm going through a long speech like this. Thank you for everybody. I'm trying not to do that anymore. I don't know how many times this weekend I've done that again. So this is Life with Taffy, and with 43 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I went on this whole long speech, and I wish you heard it, but I'll try to do it again. I'm happy that we're having a chance to look at this right now, and the reason why is because you see that their subscriptions are public, and I recommend to everybody to have your subscriptions public for exactly this reason. If Life with Taffy comes into Tuber Chat and says to Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters, hey, I just visited your home, left you a package, Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters can go into Life with Taffy's subscriptions and see themselves there right away. And it makes the whole process faster because you know that the person is genuine, you know they're telling the truth and all that kind of stuff. Life with Taffy will be uploading soon. Do you not have any videos yet? Not yet. Okay, that's okay. This is a new connection for Tuber Chat. So what I'm going to recommend for everybody, Life with Taffy might have a really hard time because you might see your subscribers fluctuate because YouTube likes to take them away sometimes. You just have to make sure that you're doing everything you can to support creators while you're connecting with them. Watching 3-minute videos, leaving long comments, maybe even watching more than one video. I recommend putting a couple into your watch later list and letting that run. You can also leave a discussion tab comment like Calming Mind Meditations has done here. So I'm going to do the same thing. And hopefully you'll do a better job than me when you do this. My goodness, and hopefully you'll type better than me too, so that you don't have your windows flying all over the place like this. Shake my head because I can't believe how badly I'm typing today. Moving too fast. So there we go. And then Life with Taffy, I usually don't subscribe, but I'm going to right now just because there's no point in me waiting because I don't have a video to put in my watch later list. So we're connected now. Hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat and have the notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So the times, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And wouldn't you know it, yes, Mariska Van Bunderen luckily is connected to me both on Instagram and this and that. So she's able to let me know that I was muted earlier. But she says if I mention the word pizza, it'll get his attention. So yeah, maybe we'll just mention the word pizza because I'll notice that a lot faster. And thank you so much, everybody. Northern Mustangs, thank you for the kind words. We're looking at Just Vlogging Life. This happens to be a gold member, an extremely generous, supportive creator that's been with us for a long, long time here on Tuber Chat. Previously featured, of course, and with 391 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're so close to the next milestone, which is the road to 400, and I'd love to get them a little bit closer. We see that we look at this channel every single day in one way or another, whether it's the clip that we play, if they're here in the chat, their channel's on the screen, or their link is dropped every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And the reason I put so much focus on that is so that you have the opportunity to connect with people who you know are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for your own channel so that you can have a strong and solid foundation. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, we're doing great today again. I'd love it if you would, and it really does help the stream, so I'll appreciate it greatly. That is one busy, colorful, bright banner, and that's good stuff. Manly Gaming. GTA 5, I'm such a fan of that game. I don't make enough time in my life for gaming, but when I do play, I tend to play Grand Theft Auto. So I'm glad to see so much GTA 5 content here, along with other stuff. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They've been with Tuber Chat many times before, and hopefully we can get them moving as well. They're doing the same as Just Vlogging Life there with 389 subscribers. They're very, very close to the 400 that is around the corner for them. Try a cooking pan to get better internet signals. Yeah, maybe I should get some foil and hang it out the window too, like we used to do with antennas, and see if that's going to help. And then Khalid Delicious Food, send me a request. Very cool. Anybody can reach out to me on any social network if you'd like to. I'm very easy to find. My name is Kevin K. But as well with Tuber Chat, we do have a Facebook page, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and a Reddit subreddit for anybody that's interested in that, where you're free to share your videos there. And a lot of, especially gaming channels, have told me that they get a little bit of traction from that. Reddit is just another social network. It's very easy to share over there, but what happens is your videos can be found by other people who may not have otherwise found them if they didn't cross your channel here on YouTube. So I hope everybody gets some value out of that. If you're already on Reddit, I hope you'll check it out. It's just Tuber Chat, of course, like everything else. Cooking with Miss Brown has, we don't know how many subscribers they have, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards the next milestone that they're working towards, and hopefully everybody will subscribe to them. A lot of their videos seem to be very long. They've done some live streaming and this and that. You want to make sure that you're watching a video that is over 3 minutes long and watching that full video anytime you're connecting. So I noticed they've got a couple here that are about 2 minutes. We can't use those. We want to use, like, for instance, I would use this daughter quarantine birthday dinner video at 4:43 as a perfect length for connecting, and then I might take this stew beef with coconut dumplings video and add it into the watch later list, so that you can let that run later and give the algorithm an extra push for them. The other thing we could do for any channel under 1,000 subscribers is give them a comment on their discussion tab. I keep saying it, but hopefully you do a better job than I do when you're leaving comments for everybody, because I tend to leave the same generic stuff all the time, and I don't mean to do that. It's just from working so quickly. The Zeophobic 73 channel, good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. Let's, we gotta get Jane and the guy up here, and let me just have a quick look. Mr. Naz doesn't want to do long videos. They might fall asleep. GA Girl, Every Woman, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team. Let's get that channel onto the wheel as well. Life with Taffy we looked at. Manly Gaming we saw. Oh, Time with Tiffy is with us. And I will spin, and then we'll look at a couple more in a moment. We never looked at Happy Lux, did we? I'm so sorry. My goodness, my dear, dear, dear friend, one of my very best friends on YouTube. Not that I like to play favorites, but somebody that I talk to all the time, helped me in the beginning to grow Tuber Chat and my personal channel with hundreds of subscribers. Got me over the 1,000 mark on both channels, as a matter of fact. And I didn't mean to forget to put you on the wheel today. If you ever see me make a mistake like that, especially for any of the members, but also moderators, please don't be afraid to nudge me and just let me know, because I'd rather be embarrassed for a quick moment than make the mistake of not doing it. And then we'll look at Happy Lux when his channel comes around. This is Mind Your Money. This is another channel that I describe because when it comes to cooking, healthy eating, and stuff like that, which I don't necessarily do, I'm just saying, I think that information is valuable for everybody. And then as well, Mind Your Money has the kind of information that I feel is valuable for everybody as well. A lot of us are looking forward to monetization on our channels, right? And the idea is that eventually you will have income coming in hopefully many different ways. And when that happens, for some people, the idea might be, what are you going to do with that money? Some creators need the money, some creators want the money, and some creators plan to save and do different things. But by following a few channels like this, Mind Your Money here, you might get some information that can help you with budgeting, help you with planning, is the impact that that income has when you get it. And then, oh, so Manly Gaming. We do have music in the background now. So what I did, as a matter of fact, is I went out and bought some music. which is like, so I own the rights to that stuff, and my plan is to put it out as copyright free music on a new channel. So it's not the cheapest thing in the world to do, but it's not the most expensive either. So I don't know if that's going to work out the way that I want it to yet, but in the meantime, I have that music, just something in the background, so that when I'm quiet for a moment, then it's not just silent here. But yeah, thank you for noticing that. It took a while to get this whole Streamlabs OBS system the way that we've got it now. It's certainly not perfect. It's a work in progress, but having music in the background is good as well. Mr. Naz. Dream of 5,000 friends, aim for 1,500. Yes, absolutely. I always recommend to anybody to aim a little bit higher than the goal that you're actually looking for. And it's not because I want to be motivating and tell you, you know, like, you know, we all have to like have, you know, our thoughts in the clouds, aim for the sky. It's not that. It's just that with YouTube doing all the things that they do, they take likes, they take views, they take watch time and subscribers, they take everything, right? And we can't plan for that. And I never like to look at it negatively, but the idea then is, if you're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, aim for 1,100, because you'll blast right by your 1,000 and keep it nice and locked in. And with watch hours especially, you're aiming for 4,000, but aim for 5. That's my recommendation. Because then, by the time you hit the 4,000, I promise you're going to blow right by it, because you're already going to be doing the things you need to do to get there. I feel like with Tuber Chat in particular, when we got our 4,000 hours, we got like 5,000 the next week. It felt like that, or very soon after, you know, because the momentum was already there, and that's what I wish for you. So you can get these things, get over those humps, and keep them locked in. I'm sure everybody wants that. Time with Tiffy has 4,450 subscribers. They're already halfway on their way to 4,500. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. There's obviously much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. And same goes for my dear friend Happy Lux, who's coming up next. This channel is 13,000 subscribers. Oh, he's already live. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, if he's still live after, then we'll raid. But you know what? Why don't I just do it right now? Because we're getting close, right? We've already been on for 2 hours. Let's do it. Happy Lux is a dear friend of mine now on and has been for a long time here on YouTube. When Tuber Chat was first beginning, both with my personal channel and with this one, he helped, and I was able to go into his live streams, run both channels, and gained hundreds of subscribers, the same way that we do now here on Tuber Chat as well. So his is much different. He's dancing around, he's got a video game going, there's music playing. It's much more of a party over there as opposed to informative. But you can imagine that with a creator that's been on YouTube for so many years and has 13,000 subscribers, there's much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by. And you will meet lots of other friends and family members over there as well. Khalid Delicious Food is willing to swap playlists. Anybody who's willing can absolutely just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. If you hit that link that I dropped and pinned to the chat, just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there, and we will go and see Happy Lux. I will join everybody afterwards. We've got a few more channels to look at here. And I'll keep this going for a little while longer, and now at the end of every stream I keep the chat going for another minute or two so that everybody can keep their clean up their connections. This is GA Girl, I Am Every Woman, the Dream Team. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. With 154 subscribers, we want to push this channel a little bit farther, maybe even towards 160 or so. They are halfway on their road to 200. And then Mr. Naz keeps the comedy going. I'm happy to have your positivity back. I don't think I've actually laughed or giggled so much in the last long while on a chat, so I really do appreciate the time that you're spending here and the positivity. And then UA Scratchers is in the house. Good to see you here. And then the wheel is your friend Jaden Saw. We've got it there. Just Vlogging Life is willing to swap playlists as well. As you can see, they're using those custom emojis because they're a member. Hopefully that makes it a little more eye-catching. And if anybody wants to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream. We're doing great today again, so I'll appreciate it very much. Helps us with the algorithm, so YouTube keeps pushing our impressions out and we can meet more and more creators. The Moon Goddess Oracle is coming up right now, and they have got 1.95. Wow, they're doing fantastically. So they are getting very, very close on the road to 2K. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. Thrilla T was, forgive me, I don't know if you asked before that, but what I'm talking about when I say swapping playlists, it's a simple collaboration that you can make with any other creator. And what happens is you run a playlist of their videos, they run a playlist of yours. I recommend you put all of your videos into one playlist. Then what happens is you can imagine that by getting lots of different creators to run that playlist for you, it's going to pump your hours up. It's the one legitimate thing we can do to pump our watch hours a little bit higher. And then as well, there's two other benefits, and the reason why I push it so hard here on Tuber Chat. First of all, when somebody's running a playlist of your videos, they're running 100% of the length of every single video in that playlist, and that can pump your averages up on your channel slightly, of course, right? But then as well, you're trading favors with somebody, and that's a great way to get a friendship started. I have swapped playlists with well over 100 creators now because of Tuber Chat. And, you know, I have lots of conversations, lots of friends sharing information on Instagram and everywhere else. And then, and maybe I can ask for a favor then. Let me see if I can find that channel. I just noticed Just Vlogging Life is asking for a particular channel. I'm going to see if I can get it back up here. We're looking at the Moon Goddess Oracle. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Oh, Life with Taffy, the reason why it's hard to find that channel, Just Vlogging Life, is because they haven't posted videos yet. So they're probably struggling with search results for now. But I just dropped the link right there so you can get them quickly. My pleasure, Northern Mustangs. Oh, Danny Reeman's in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's spin just for fun. We'll get Jaden the guy up here and see what's going on. And yeah, my pleasure, Just Vlogging Life. For them, I would leave a comment on their discussion tab, as well as maybe subscribe and put their bell on. They say they're going to start producing content soon, but we got to do everything we can to try to keep their subscription. Here's Jaden the guy. This is our dear friend Jaden Suh with a brand new channel. Hopefully everybody will rally around them and push them a little bit farther. They've got 17 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can get them over the 20 that they will be looking for. And then, yeah, Jaden Suh is willing to swap playlist. Jaden the guy. So anybody are willing to, not playlist, willing to do the featured channels collaboration. So if anybody wants to talk about doing that, you can do that as well. Blood Dragoon is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Going to get a couple of these new channels that just walked in onto the wheel. Spin for a second and we'll see what else is happening. Blood Dragoon will come up in a second as well. We'll have a quick look at Danny Riemann. With 74 subscribers, hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther and get them over the 80 or so that must be on their mind, a little closer on their road to 100. And I've been lucky to catch Blood Dragoon in a handful of live streams actually lately. You catch when you're out supporting people, right? And you gotta, you know, you're on when you're on. But I've had a good time hanging out with them, doing some gameplay live streaming. And then, other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Danny Reeman's willing to swap playlists as well. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. We're going to look at USA Scratchers in a second. And then thank you, Unmasked Lifestyle, and thank you as well, Jaden. Yeah, we're gonna do the. I'll make sure you're on the featured channels list after the live stream today. I'm getting close to wrapping things up because we've been on for over 2 hours now. And don't forget, Unmasked Lifestyle is got their 1,000 subscriber giveaway next week that we will be joining them for. Danny Reeman, my pleasure having your channel on the wheel. This is USA Scratchers. Hopefully everybody will rally around them. Push them a little bit farther. They are going to have 280 subscribers sooner than later, and they will be a little bit closer on their road to 300. We're going to look at Blood Dragoon. We spun the wheel just for free. I mean, just for fun. And we've got a new connection in the chat as well. If I'm going to pronounce this right, Slarsnell, good to see you in the house. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Here's Blood Dragoon right here with 2,190 or so subscribers. They're getting really, really close to the 2,200 that we'd love to see them get. Adria Hicks, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And other than that, hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Okay, perfect. I'm glad that I've got your name right. I hope to promote everybody properly when they're here. So I probably make as many pronunciation mistakes as anybody else with, you know, we have so many different channels from around the world. But I'd like to at least try so that when you're here, I can feature you properly. But it's good to have you here for the first time. Like I said, hopefully you're feeling welcome. And if you don't mind, just read the video description so you know how everything works. And then if you take your time and meet people one by one here in the chat, everybody will be willing to connect with you after you connect with them. And then you'll find some new subscribers for your channel. And then, yeah, oh, Manly Gaming, you know what? So we're very lucky, but over the last long while, like Tuber Chat's much busier now. It grows, right? Over time, slowly, but better and better and better every week. That it's not uncommon for us to hit 100 likes on many live streams. So we're lucky that way, but thank you for mentioning it. So Adria Hicks is coming up right now, and then I'll see what else we got in the chat for channels we haven't looked at yet. We're gonna have to start thinking about wrapping up. I've got the link pinned to the top of the chat there for Happy Lux. If you want to head over there for a Tuber Chat raid, just please mention it when you go there. And we can continue connecting exactly the same way. He's got a similar live stream. It's much more of a party over there. But you will find yourself some new friends and family members over there as well. This is Adria Hicks, 14 subscribers. We're hoping to push this channel a little bit farther. We'd love to see them get over 15 and maybe even closer to 20, get them rolling on that road to 100. We know that with channels under 100 subscribers, the algorithm is hitting them the hardest, taking subscribers away. One of the things we can do for any creator under 1,000 is give them a comment on their discussion tab. And that just gives the algorithm an extra push to say, hey, I really meant to connect with this channel. So that hopefully YouTube doesn't take them away. Oh, it's, yeah, Mr. Naz, it's possible to move, in my opinion, a lot faster. We're able to see channels now go from 0 to monetized in 3 months. There's people who do it even faster, but I mean, you got to be making a full-time effort of that. I don't know if anybody has like 40 to 80 hours a week to do that. But if you have the time to, you know, hit a few live streams like Tuber Chat and other ones similar, you can get it done within a few months, you know, and then moving higher than that takes time. Thank you, Old School Patricia. I have, you know, out of the channels that I manage, especially for other people, one of them is over 11,000 now. Now, that took quite some time. It's been 4 years. But we weren't doing Tuber Chat. None of this stuff, none of these growth streams existed 2 years ago. It's just barely around 2 years ago that they started showing up. And I don't even know if it's 2 years yet. But anyway, we're able to do it a lot faster now because of this. JetLife777 has 439 subscribers. Hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Maybe even get them beyond 440, close to 450. They'll be halfway on that road to the 500 that we know must be on their mind. I'm just looking through my list here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed any channels. We're going to have a look at the new creator that's just come into the community today. I will put your name on the wheel and we'll spin just for fun. Oh, well, YouTube, what my description of how we do things here compared to like the way the algorithm actually works, you know, is not quite the same thing. We struggle and try to figure out how we can take advantage of YouTube's search features and things like that so that we can get there. We can do well with our channels and with our videos, try to share information, you know, between each other and this and that. But what we do here is just connect with each other's channels, right? The intention is so that you'll meet lots of friends here who will be interested in your content and then come back and support your channel truly over not just the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years. So what will happen is every time you put out a video, you'll get lots of views, lots of likes, lots of comments, and it isn't necessarily just from let's say your channel looks to me like a gaming channel. You're not just going to connect with gaming channels here. You'll find other people who may not have otherwise found your to subscribe to you and then come back and continue to support you. So hopefully you find that useful. Hopefully you can get some value out of your time here. And then what we do is just have fun with it for about 2 hours every live stream while everybody connects to each other. But connect to your channel right now. So what happens is I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. Here in the stream, everybody else is connecting, but I'm going to take this 10-minute video here, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment. I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll subscribe and I'll turn the notification bell on, and then hopefully you'll subscribe to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, well, we managed to get our first thumbs down, so I hope that wasn't you, but other than that, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Ori and Lucy, we didn't look at your channel yet. Let's spin just for fun. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that, of course. I did drop a link earlier. I'm going to see if I can find it, if I've still got it up. It's pinned to the chat there. I'll have to find Happy Lux again. We're going to look at Oriane Lucy. She's another generous creator that allows people to connect the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. So hopefully everybody will rally around this creator. She's got her 1,000 nice and locked in already, but we'd like to push her a little bit farther. She's almost completed the road to 1,200. And I'm just grabbing a link for us all. So everybody can do a Tuber Chat raid if you don't mind. Thank you, Mom's Little Things, and everybody else for spending time here again. You know, as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder for everybody to support each other as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend here in Tuber Chat and with me personally. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can reach different creators from around the world in different time zones. I will try to get those live streams scheduled for next weekend in the next couple of days. For now, if you don't mind hitting that link, and we will head over to Happy Lux, and we will be able to continue connecting over there the same way that we do here. And I will see you over there in a few minutes. And then for Tuber Chat, we'll see you again next weekend. Thanks once again, everybody. Bye-bye.